Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're looking at Life is Beautiful again. I showed you a very simple card using this the other day and I thought that we'd work on that theme as well. So really simple, great for beginners, using only a few colours but making a really pretty card. So we need to take this really big branch. And I've already put it on a block. We don't want all of the trunk because we're using more of the branch than anything else. So we are going to, with just some standard card bases, we are going to ink it up in soft suede. Soft suede is lovely because it's a really nice sort of dark brown, but not too dark. I didn't want cinnamon cider on this. I wanted sort of more of a natural tree. And we are going to put it, let's do it this way first. I think we are going to put it literally just down at the bottom. So we have a little bit on, little bit off. So we're getting the branches coming up, just like that. Then we're going to turn it the other way round. We're going to ink it up again. And we're going to do exactly the same down on the bottom on here. Again, just sort of on, just sort of off. Like that. Then we're going to turn it. And what we're doing is we're creating a tree image border. So on this one, we're just going to take one of the branches. And it really doesn't matter which one it is. And we're just going to put that in on there, on that side. And then on the other side, we're going to do exactly the same. And we might choose the other side so that it's just a slightly different branch. Oh, I've got a bit of a smudge on there, but that shouldn't matter too much. Okay, so if your ink pad is quite juicy like this, you can sometimes get just a little bit of a smudge on there. But when we go on to the next colour, that really won't matter. So we then need to take our stamping scrub, which is... What have I done with my stamping scrub? Here it is. It's just over on my side here. Let me just grab it. I need to clean off everything as I go. So let's just take that and give that a bit of a clean up. Lovely. So that's this really big stamp. We can put that one back in there now. In fact, actually, no, we're going to do two. So that's going to be the first one. We're going to do exactly the same thing with the second one. And shall we do it with... Excuse my arm a minute. I'm going to do this one in the crumb cake. So this is just going to be a different look to it. So it's going to be not quite as dark. So exactly the same thing. We're going to put one down at the bottom. We're going to put one, whoops, getting my finger caught in it. One up at the top. Like this. One down on that side and one down on the other side. Okay, so we've got a crumb cake one and we've got a soft suede one. So we can do two different things with it. And I'm just going to give that a quick clean up. I can't leave it with ink on it. It goes against the grain. I have to clean things up as I go. And then I know that they're ready for next time. And we can then put this back in. As I say, it's a very large stamp. So, you know, the whole tree, if I measure it from top to bottom, is virtually 5 inch, well, 4.5 inches by top of the thing. 4 inches. So, you know, it's quite a big stamp. Which is lovely. because it means that you can do all sorts with it and you don't have to use the whole thing. You can just use part of it. Okay, so we're going to use the speckles that we used before, and we're going to use the leaves, and we're going to use the sentiment hello, because I really like that little sentiment. So we'll get those ones out, and we'll start with the speckledy one, or the spots, which are really rather pretty. And so we need to take, let's take something really bright. Shall we have, let's have Magenta Madness on this one. So let's open it up. Oh, sometimes my hands struggle to work sometimes, and I do struggle getting some of these, whoops, cases open, and then I get it all over my finger. But it's like everything, it's very warm at the moment, so I think everything is just a little bit juicier than it should be. So we now have a pink finger, but hopefully it's a clean pink finger. So we're going to take this up, and I'm going to stamp it off first because I don't know how dark it's going to come. Let's do it on the soft suede. So that's once, that's twice. I think I'm going to have it second generation, so it's not quite so bright. So we'll stamp it off, and then we're going to line it up on the ends of the branches. So stamp it off, line it up on the end of the branches, turn it round. We can do it on each one of them. It doesn't matter if it comes over. And we'll just have a little one in on here, like that. Okay, so we've now got the bubbles coming through, or the really nice sort of pretty, oh, I don't know what you call it, blossom falling down, abstract sort of leaves coming down. And then we're going to take the little hello. So let me just take this one off now. You will find that if you're using photopolymer, they will stain. The pinky ones always stain, but it doesn't actually make any difference to the stamp itself. It just has a well used look to it. So let's just ink that up and line it up with our grid paper, and we're going to put the hello slap bang in on the center, like that. So that's our first one. If I then take a piece of the Magenta Madness and put that in like that, you've got a really rather pretty, simple card with all the branches and everything hanging through, and that really nice pink part coming. Now, you could sponge around the edges if you wanted to. I quite like it to stand alone. So that's the first one. The second one, we can stamp our hello in the center. So you can leave as much or as little of a space in between as you want. So let's just line that up, put that one in the center like that. Okay, I've done that in the soft suede because it's it just stands out a little bit more. And now we're going to take the leaves. So let me have a look and see if I can fit the leaves in on this one. No, I need to get one block up. I don't want to use that really large one, but I want to use this one. So let's just get that one out. So this is our D block, and that will then fit perfectly in on there. Okay, now we're going to use two different greens. So we're going to use a granny apple green, and we're going to use the soft sea foam. So let me just see with the soft sea foam to start off with, and see how how that is going to work. I think that will be fine, but I might just add a little bit of Granny Apple Green. Well, as I say, we'll see how it goes. So if we ink this one up, and you can see the leaves go in a direction. So you want to try and get the leaves in the right direction. And again, we're just going to put them in on the edge of the branches. And we can get one in on there. Turn it round and we'll have one up there. One in there. And we'll have one up there. So that makes it quite pale and subtle. I'll put that on the background so you can see. And again, that makes it really rather nice and subtle. If we wanted to just brighten it up a little bit, we could add just a bit of the Granny Apple Green, which is a little bit more vibrant. And that will just give a little bit more intensity of colour. So we'll just try that as well, to just add some little bits of that on. I don't want too much, but I just want, let's just try it on there. Yes, that will just give a little bit of two-toning coming in. So I'm going to take that across the centre in between them. And then just on the other one, again in the centre, so it's not coming on over the top of the others. And then just a little bit, oh, I've got a bit of backing from something in on there. So I'm just going to take this just sort of at the side, I think. Just a little bit there. I don't want it too much over the top of everything. And then I'll have just a little bit on there. And a little bit on there. So that's, I'm going to just take a little bit on there because one of those didn't come out very well. So that's better. Okay, so now we've got the sort of the two tones coming through, which is rather nice. I need to take that little tiny piece out. It's the back of, I'm using up all of the foam sheets, and I shall show you. Okay, so these are the foam sheets that I've cut things out of, and then what I'm doing is I'm just cutting little pieces out of them, and they're great for using as dimensionals. So I'm not going to waste a single piece of this, and I'll use it for the dimensionals. Okay, so let's put this one on top of here. That's better. That just gives it a little bit more brightness. So if we have a look at, I'm just going to move these out of the way so we can bring it through. Take this scrappy piece off because we don't want that anymore. So we've got that one with the leaves. We've got this one, which is a bright one with the Magenta Madness. And then I did an earlier one, which was my sort of beginning. And I did this one in the Flirty Flamingo, which again is just a little bit of a softer pink. And I've then mounted that one on the new Cinnamon Cider. So you have three sort of different looks. But you could do a whole series of cards, just changing up the colour tones, changing up the leaves. I haven't used this one, which is obviously the snowflakes for winter, because obviously I'll be doing Christmas later on. But I thought it was, again, a very simple idea for a card, which you can change up into different ways. And it's not for winter, it's for any time of the year. And just a nice hello, I thought was lovely. So, Life is Beautiful. Available down below in my description box. You'll see a link through to be able to get this. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, stay safe and stay well and be kind, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye bye.